Hello everyone, how are you? Today we have another class from the 100% free bakery sweets course. And today, of course, we couldn't miss, it couldn't be left out of this course, our Swiss roll. Guys, but look, pay attention because this is a really special batter with a delicious filling, and I'm going to give you lots of tips about the filling as well. So, shall we get started? I'm going to show you the recipe step by step. Come with me. For the batter of our Swiss roll, I'm going to use here 120 grams of refined sugar, 120 grams of sifted wheat flour, 60 grams of margarine or butter, which we will melt in the microwave, and 5 whole eggs. I'm going to put the whole eggs in the mixer and beat them with the sugar for about 10 minutes. You need to beat it well to get rid of the egg smell. There we go. Look how it turned out here, well beaten, very foamy. See, it's a nice thick foam. Now, I'm going to gradually add the flour, alternating with the melted butter little by little. Now, let's mix well from the bottom using a spatula very carefully so we can blend the fat thoroughly. And don't forget to add the melted margarine or butter because it's what gives our batter its elasticity. It will help prevent the Swiss roll from cracking when we roll it up. This baking pan is 44 centimeter long by 30 wide, or you can use a smaller one, 40 by 28, the largest pan you have. I've greased the bottom here with a little vegetable shortening, and I've placed the parchment paper so it sticks well. Leave the paper with these edges sticking up because it makes it easier to lift out our cake later. I'm going to pour the batter in here and we'll bake it in the oven 190 degrees Celsius for about 20 minutes. Our batter shouldn't brown too much. It needs to be baked but still pale so that when we roll up our cake later, it doesn't crack or break, okay? Don't let the edges of the cake brown, otherwise it will break apart. All done, I've already spread out my batter. So, as I said, I'm going to put it in a preheated oven at 190 degrees Celsius for about 20 minutes. Or until it starts to pull away from the sides, but it shouldn't brown, okay? Take a look here. See, it's already started to pull away from the sides. It's just barely started to brown, but the top is still pale. So that's how our crust should be. We don't want it to brown on top, just a little bit on the sides. Now, look how easy it is to remove. See, just pull here. I'm going to wait for it to cool down a bit. It's very hot. If I take it out now, what's going to happen is it'll break our crust. So let's just wait about 5 minutes here. I'm going to sprinkle sugar on top here because I need to flip my crust and it can't stick to the paper underneath. So let's do it. This part here will be on the inside of the Swiss roll. It's not the part that will be showing on the outside. So here folks, Tommy cake is still warm. I can't let it cool down. I'm going to put the paper on top, another piece of cardboard, and I'm going to flip it all at once. Here we go. The cake layer is ready. I'm going to sprinkle a little more sugar here again so it doesn't stick because I'm going to flip it over again. This part here is the part that will be on the outside, okay? I'm going to put the other paper on because I'm going to flip it again. Always be very careful so we don't break our cake layer. It's all ready. And now this is where I'm going to add the filling. I'm going to remove the excess sugar here And as for the filling, guys, it's really up to you. You can choose a dulce de leche cooked in a pressure cooker, a guava jelly, or a strawberry jam. I'm going to use a store-bought dulce de leche that I mixed with a little whipped cream because I like it a bit milder, okay? And we're going to spread it here and then roll it up. Look, I don't put too much filling on the sides. I always leave it a little thinner there. And it's not a lot of filling, okay guys? Otherwise, it gets hard to roll up. Now it's ready. I'm going to start rolling it up. I'm going to turn it because I'm going to roll it in this direction now, okay? So it ends up nice and thick. I'm going to start here lifting the parchment paper. Look, I lift it and press it right up against the side so it sticks. Always pushing and lifting the parchment paper. Let's go. My fingers help here as I roll and move the parchment paper along. Just look at that. Here we're going to press it, rounding it out. Let's cut off both ends. Here and on the other side. I'm going to sprinkle a little sugar on top here. This sugar is powdered sugar. It's confectioner's sugar. And we're going to make a beautiful decoration. Here I have a stencil. This stencil, guys, you can buy at craft stores. All right? Look, it's really inexpensive. You can use whatever design you like. This is actually for painting, for fabric painting. I'm going to place it here and sprinkle some cocoa powder on top. It's always best to let it cool completely before you cut it because this cake is very soft and the filling, guys, is amazing. I'm sure you're gonna love this recipe. All right, so let's get started. Write this recipe down in your notebook as well and see you in the next class. We have lots of new things coming up, okay? Bye-bye.